Hello everyone, welcome to Bio with Shruti. This is me Shruti Pillai. Welcome to another session of biology for competitive exams. This session covers lucent biology. We will be continuing the topic system of the human body. In my previous session, I have already covered digestive system. We've completed all the important parts related with digestive system from lucent. Today we will be beginning with circulatory system, and when it comes to circulatory system, we all know how important the structure of heart is. Okay, so I would highly recommend you to watch this session till the end, because I shall guarantee you that you will understand all the concepts and you will never forget the concepts. So please continue watching. Now when it comes to circulatory system, this question is very important. Who discovered blood circulation? In fact, all the discoveries are important. Okay, so the discovery of blood circulation was done by William Harvey, and when in the year 1628. This question is for you. You have to comment and tell me who is the father of botany, father of zoology, and father of genetics. Okay, so I'll be expecting your answers in the comment section. We've already covered this session before. When it comes to circulatory system, there are four important parts: heart, arteries, veins, and blood. Guys, when I'm saying circulation is done by a circulatory unit or fluid called as blood. Okay, it circulates different things, nutrients, waste throughout the body. Now for the blood to be circulated, for this passage there are blood vessels. Correct? Blood vessels are passages from which the blood flow takes place or blood is moved. So these blood vessels include arteries and veins. Correct? And then we have heart, that is the entire pumping unit which pumps the blood constantly and regulates the flow of blood in different directions. So we have four parts, that is blood. Then for the passage of blood we have blood vessels, that is arteries, veins, and we have the pumping unit, that is heart. Now let's discuss some important factual points regarding heart. Heart is a muscular organ. It has cardiac muscles. Cardiac is heart, so it has cardiac muscles. It has a covering, and the covering is called as pericardial membrane. Okay, heart is covered by a membrane called as pericardial membrane. Let's break the term. Peri means surrounding, cardial is heart. So surrounding a heart we have a membrane, that is covering. So membrane surrounding heart, pericardial membrane. If I talk about the weight is 300 grams approximately. Kindly ignore this number, it's a mistake. Okay, it's not 30, it's 300 grams approximately. In fact, it's not mentioned in lucent. The size of the human heart is like around a human fist. Heart is four chambered. Guys, this is again very important. So they can ask human heart contains dash chambers. So four chambers. In fact, mammals, if you see, we have four chambers. Human belong to mammal, right? We have four chambered heart. Similarly, the questions can be crocodile has dash chambered heart, birds have dash chambers, Pisces, that is fishes and all, these have dash chambers. So we need to know this also. If I speak about four chambers, let's understand. Initially, they are two chambered. Two means there are two chambers, means these are parts or divisions. So there are two parts. One is the upper part, which is called as atrium, and then we have the lower part, that is called as ventricle. Okay, so upper part of the heart is called as atrium, also called as auricle. Auricle, auricle. We'll see further. And the lower part of the heart is called as ventricle. Then it is again further divided, okay, lengthwise. If we cut this lengthwise, longitudinally, then this upper and lower part is further divided into two parts. So one we have right side, that is right atrium. Then we have left side, that is left atrium. Then on the lower side we have right ventricle and left ventricle. I'll repeat guys. When I'm talking about the structure of the heart, we have two parts, upper part and lower part. Upper part is atrium, lower part is ventricle. Then we again slit it longitudinally. Let's cut it. So when you cut it longitudinally, upper part was not divided into anything. So when you cut it, upper part is now divided to right and left. Lower part is again divided to right and left. So we have two sides now, right side and left side. I hope this is clear, guys. Okay, so initially it was only atrium, but when you cut it, it becomes right atrium, left atrium. This was only ventricle. When you cut it, it becomes right ventricle and left ventricle. Now, how will you know which is the right hand side and left hand side? This is a question, and this is very important. You need to understand this, because the entire explanation is based on which is the right side of the heart and which is the left side of the heart, and how is the blood regulated by heart in different directions. Now, if I'm saying this is my right hand side, okay, just imagine if a person is facing me, if a person is standing in front of me, then if this is my right hand side, then the person's right hand side will be this one. Am I correct? Just imagine now a person is standing in front of me. So if this is my right hand side, this will be his right hand side, and if this is my left hand side, this will be his left hand side. I hope this is clear. Similarly, when I'm talking about heart, okay, when I want to decide that which is the right side of the heart, which is the left side of the heart, use this same logic. Imagine that a person is standing in front of you. So if this is my right hand side, this is the heart's right hand side. And if this is my left hand side, this is the heart's left hand side. Now let's understand this using the diagram. Are you able to understand? This is my right hand side. This is the heart's right hand side. This is my left hand side. This is the heart's left hand side. I hope you got this logic. Okay, so guys, understand this. Keep into your mind very carefully before understanding the concepts. Now we will understand few factual points. This is the right hand side, this is the left hand side. Right hand side of the heart always contains impure blood. Which blood? Impure blood. Always remember this. When I'm saying right side of the heart always contains impure blood, and left side of the heart always contains pure blood. When I'm saying right side contains impure blood, it means it contains carbon dioxide mixed blood. The other term for carbon dioxide mixed blood is impure blood. When I'm saying left side contains pure blood, it means oxygen mixed blood. So the other term for oxygen mixed blood is pure blood. Always remember this. This is the first step which you need to remember. So right side contains impure blood, carbon dioxide mixed blood. Left side contains pure blood, oxygen mixed blood. Now moving on further, there are two other terms, anterior, posterior. What is anterior? What is posterior? These are two biological terms. Anterior means upper and posterior means lower. This is anterior, upper part. Okay, and this is posterior, lower part. If I talk about the anterior part, it is divided into right atrium and left atrium. Anterior part contains atrium, also called as auricle. This atrium or auricle is further divided to right side. So this is right side and this is left side. Left side. Right atrium, left atrium. If I talk about the posterior end or the lower end contains ventricle. This is the posterior end. It contains ventricle. It is further divided to right ventricle, left ventricle. So we have right ventricle. Wait, this is much better. So all the right hand side, it has impure blood. No? So right ventricle, and then this is left ventricle. So this way this is the left hand side. This purple color section is the right hand side. Purple color is right hand side, blue color is left hand side. So I hope you got the concept clear. Okay, so upper auricle atrium, R and L is right and left, in case you didn't understand this. Why am I explaining this in so detail? I'll put the link of the PDF in the description below. So you will get this PDF for revision. Okay, so don't get confused. R and L is right and left. Right atrium, left atrium. Similarly for ventricle. let's move further, guys. Before moving, if this is helpful, do subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, and give it a thumbs up, because it definitely takes a lot of effort. Also know Bio with Shruti is active in all these social media platforms, so you can follow me on Insta, and you can send me your queries and mail ID. And do not forget to follow my Facebook page, Bio with Shruti, because I'm active there and I post some of the other updates about my video. Now next, let's see two other terms, that is tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve. So when you hear this for the first time, you might get a bit confused. Tricuspid, bicuspid, what is this? First, let's see where is it. This is tricuspid valve. Okay, tricuspid valve is always between the right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, on the right side of the heart we have tricuspid valve. Now let's look where is another valve. Okay, on the left hand side, this is the right hand side, on the left hand side of the heart, here we have bicuspid valve. See, mitral valve. Guys, mitral valve, bicuspid valve are one and the same. Don't get confused. Okay, so if I'm saying bicuspid valve or mitral valve, it is between the left atrium and left ventricle, that is on left hand side of the heart. Tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. Tricuspid is on the right hand side between the right atrium, right ventricle. Bicuspid valve is on the left hand side between the left atrium and left ventricle. I'm repeating this specifically for non-biology background students, so I hope this is clear to you. Okay, now talking about blood vessels. वैसे तो there are three main blood vessels: arteries, veins, capillaries. We will see arteries and veins. Okay, because it has specific important functions when it comes to circulation. Here is the catch. Here you have to remember very carefully. You should not get confused. Okay, if I talk about vein, both vein and arteries carries blood. The only difference is veins carry impure blood and arteries carry pure blood. Veins carry impure blood and arteries carry pure blood. Now the question is, veins carry impure blood from where to where? So it carries impure blood. Where will be the impure blood present? It will be present in the body, throughout the body, in different organs there is impure blood, and impure blood means carbon dioxide mixed blood. So from the body it carries the blood towards the heart. For example, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, these are veins. Just ignore the term, understand that these two tubes are veins. The blood from different parts of the body through these two tubes, that is veins, will enter the heart. It will go to the right atrium, then right ventricle, and then from here it will go on to the lungs for its purification. Basically, from different parts of the body it will enter the heart, and from the heart it will move on to into the lungs for purification, so that it can convert from impure blood to pure blood, from carbon dioxide mixed blood to oxygen mixed blood. So for this conversion, the veins carry blood from the body towards the heart, and from the heart it moves into the lungs for purification.